280. Hello little champs. Welcome to Tinkerly TV. For more details, contact below website. Hello little champs. Welcome to Tinkerly TV. For more details, contact below website. Hello little champs. Welcome to Tinkerly TV. For more details, contact below website. little champs. Welcome to Tinkerly TV. For more details, contact below website. Hello little champs. Welcome to Tinkerly TV. For more details, contact below website. Hello little champs. Welcome to Tinkerly TV. For more details, contact below website.
So Mr. Zuru welcomes you all to Tinkerly's YouTube channel. Hi, happy evening, everyone. I am Barbie. I'm studying in 7th grade Wonderland School. Nowadays, everyone likes to play video games either in online or in mobile phone. And also everyone likes to watch cartoon animated videos. Even I like to play games and I like to watch animated videos like cartoons, Tom and Jerry or Chota Bean. And also, more than that, I love to create games. And I love to create animated cartoon videos. And now I will play a game which I made. And also, we will all together learn how to create the animated videos or how the games are created. It is the catch the ball game which I have created. Now I will share you and I will tell you how I am going to play this game. When I start the game, the ball is falling from the top and I'm going to catch the ball with the ball. And the ball is going right left. I'm controlling the ball by clicking on arrow control keys of my computer keyboard. And can you observe on the top, currently my score is 10. Now it is 11. Whenever I'm catching the ball, my score is increased by 1. Now, I will show you the Mr. Tom's animation which I have created. Now, here Mr. Tom is telling that, hi, I am Mr. Tom. I live in Scratch City. This is my home. Now, I will make Mr. Tom to walk. And he's walking now. He's coming back. Towards right, towards left. And even Mr. Tom can run. I can change my color. So now, I'm going to click on the stage. Oh, Tom's city is becoming into colorful. Isn't it interesting? Come on, I will start the journey now. Here is the roadmap to the journey. So in this roadmap, there are 4 stops. When I arrive at the very first stop, I will be talking about coding and its uses in the day-to-day life. When I arrive at the second stop, I will be introducing to algorithm. No need to worry at all by listening to this typical word algorithm. I will explain you and make you understand very easily. And when I arrive at the third stop, I will introduce you to Scratch tool. And when I arrive at the last stop, that is 4th. And here I will be telling about coding concepts in Scratch. So now I have arrived at the first stop. that is coding. Meet Doggy. He is my lovely pet. I talk to him in a simple English spoken language along with the actions, and he will understand my code words by decoding them and perform the task accordingly. Hey Doggy, can you get the ball to me? Even my mom used to tell that when I was a little baby, I used to cry a lot when I was hungry. And she used to understand my code words, my action of code words, and she will decode it. When she understands when I cry, she used to feed me. And even from olden days on this earth, every animal also have their own code words, either in the form of expression or either in the form of action or maybe in the form of spoken language. So here, code word is nothing but a signal or information or an instruction, which is used to share or convey some information in the form of conversation. So in the same way, computer or any other machine needs code words to perform specific tasks. Code is nothing but a command or an instruction for the computer. Coding is a skill of giving set of instructions to get required tasks done. For computer coding also, there are so many computer coding languages like C, C++, Java, Python, Block, and also to do coding according to the languages, there are so many tools. Codes are in binary. As I mentioned, when I was a little baby, I used to either cry or I used to smile. That states that when I cry, I'm hungry. And when I smile, it means my stomach is full. I'm ready to play and I'll be playing. So I used to convey two words, that is two kind of code words, that is cry or smile. It means that is two, binary, right? In the same way, computer also understands codes in binary language. That will be ones and zeros, or true or false, high or low, on or off, yes or no. So yes, computer code understands code words in binary language. So now coding is required for all around gadgets which we are using in the day-to-day life. And now I'm also using computer to attend my school classes daily in online. So computer also requires coding to perform tasks. Mobile phone also requires coding to operate. And smart cars also requires coding to take us on a drive. And even my mama washes clothes in a washing machine automatically. And even washing machine also requires coding. And vacuum cleaner at my home cleans the floor automatically. And vacuum cleaner is also requires coding to perform that task. And even humanoid robots like now also requires coding to perform tasks. When I'll be free, in my free times, I like to play online games in mobile phone or in a computer. Also, I like to listen music. So using coding, I can create games like Candy Crush, Ludo, or Temple Run, and many more. And also, using coding, I also can create mobile applications like music, calling apps, camera, and many more. When my teacher asked me to come up with innovative ideas, then I go to Google browser and I will browse. So using coding, I can also create websites like Google, YouTube, or Amazon, which is accessible all over world. Now, I have arrived at the second stop, that is algorithm. Now, I will tell you the rules to be followed in my school. When I reach school, the very first is I had to attend the assembly. After finishing my assembly, uniforms will be checked by the school leader. Then, I will be forming in a line to go to class. There, my teacher will take my attendance. After that, my teacher will send the attendance report to the principal's room. Then, my teacher will start the lesson. You don't believe, one day I just forgot to give attendance. And even my teacher didn't notice that. And she just sent attendance to principal chamber. When principal ma'am noticed that there is no attendance of mine, she just called my parents by informing them that I am not in school. And she liked to get the reason for my absence. And my parents just worried because they knew I went to school on that day. And I must say that created a very big problem. So it is important to follow the rules or order which are made to perform the task. So these are the orders which are in my school, like attending assembly, uniform checked, giving attendance, then lesson starts. In the same way, to perform any task, it is important to follow some set of orders so that I can get the specific task which I required. Algorithm are the set of rules or orders or step-by-step process which is to be followed while even coding to get required work done from the computer or any other machine. Now, I have arrived at the third stop, that is Scratch. As I mentioned earlier, I know so many computer coding languages to code for the computer to get specific tasks done by the computer like C, C++, Java, Python, and Blockly. These are all the different so many coding languages to code for the computer or any other machine. And to code these languages, even they have specific platforms. So here, Scratch is one of the platform for visual block coding, which is used to create games, animations, stories, and music videos. And Scratch is one of my favorite platforms because where I can easily create games and animation videos. So now I will take to the Scratch. Scratch is an online platform. Now I am into the Scratch window. I'm going to click on Create. So here, Scratch is divided into three important sections. So yesterday, I just visited a hotel to have a dinner with my family. When I arrived at the table and when I took a seat, waiter came to me and he just gave me a menu card. In the menu card, I have observed that there are so many different categorized dishes like starters, pizzas, burgers, and beverages. I have just ordered my favorite pizza and he brought to me. In the same way, in Scratch also, we have palette, like as menu in the hotel. So palette consists of so many different colorful blocks which perform specific tasks. Palette consists of colorful code blocks like motion, looks, sound, events, control, sensing, operators, variables, and my blocks. Along with these blocks, if I want to add any extension block, I can click on the extension. I can add extra blocks from here. So now I can add the blocks from palette into the middle part of the scratch. And middle part of the scratch is the second important section of the scratch, that is known as script area. So in the script area, I'll be drag and dropping the code blocks like this to develop the code. So to delete again these code blocks, I can again just drag and dropping back to the palette and the blocks will be deleted. Avengers is one of my favorite movie. And I saw that for 5 times. And there are so many characters in Avengers movie like Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Captain America, many more. In the same way, in Scratch also, we have so many characters. Here is a cat. This Mr. Cat is also a character of Scratch. And the characters in Scratch are known as sprites. Here, the cat is the default sprite. Whenever I'm going to click on a new project, I can see here the cat automatically on this area. And behind the scratch, there is a white screen that is known as a stage. Even in the Avengers movie, I have seen that there are so many beautiful, crazy backdrops like mountain, city, space backdrops. In the same way, for this stage, I can also add different colorful backdrops. So now, including this sprite on the stage, the white area over here, this part is third section of the scratch, that is stage with scratch. So now, let me tell you how to add different sprites. Here, by going to the sprite list, down right corner of the scratch, choose a sprite. By clicking on here, I can choose a sprite. Oh yeah, here I can see there are so many different categorized sprites. Animals, people, fantasy, dance, music, sports, food, and fashion, and letter sprites. So here I have already cat sprite. If I want to delete this, I can delete it by clicking here. If I want to add it back, again I'm going to choose a sprite. By going to the search section, directly I am typing cat. I got a cat. And the background stage is white now. I can add the backdrops here by choosing to the backdrop list. Backdrop list is available at the right corner of the scratch screen. I'm going to click on the backdrop list. Oh, here also I can see there are so many categorized backdrops. Fantasy, music backdrops, sports backdrops, outdoor backdrops, indoor backdrops, space backdrops, underwater backdrops, patternized backdrops. From here, I can choose any of the backdrops. I'm going to take form backdrop. Ta-da! Can you see? Before going to start this session, I have just changed my costumes, dressing, hairstyle, overall makeup for twice. In the same way, in Scratch also, for sprites, there are costumes. I can see the costumes by going on to the top on the palette. So here, you can see there are 2 costumes for cat sprite, that is cat A and cat B. When switching the costumes, you can observe the cat looks like He's doing some action on the stage. In the previous month, I have participated in flipbook animation competition, which was conducted by my school, and I won the first prize over there. Let me tell you about flipbook animation. Flipbook is a kind of a book which will be having so many pages. In that book, I have just made some sketch drawings. When I flip that book, it looks like something is moving in the book. I will show you how it happens. So now, here it is a paper one. You can consider it's a flip book. It's a flip book. And I'm on to the first page paper of the flip book. Here, I'm just drawing a ball on the very top of the paper one. Now, I'm going to second paper by clicking on plus. And I'm just drawing the ball slightly below from the first page. Now I'm going to third page. Here I'm going to draw the ball little bit down from the second page. And I will draw one more ball little bit down from the fourth page. And I will go to again next page. Here also I have just drawn little bit down. And here I'm going to draw a ball at the very bottom, at the last page. Now you can observe what it happens. It looks like the ball is falling from the top to the bottom. But I have just drawn some ball sketchups in all the papers. And now it looks like the ball is falling from top to bottom. It's an action, it's a movement, right? So here, animation means set of images or SketchUp drawings which are manipulated to move quickly to create movement or to create some action. So now I have arrived at the fourth stop, is basics of coding concepts in Scratch. I will tell you how I made Mr. Tom's animation. So here, I'm into the Scratch again. I can rename the cat sprite's name. I'm renaming it to Tom. And I am renaming my project as Mr. Tom's animation. Two days before, I was about to leave for shopping with my dad. And my dad just started his bike with a one-click button. I just wonder how the manufacturer of bike made that to happen. I mean, the bike start with one click. And when I started to learn the coding concepts, then I got to understand how it will be happening. I will tell you. Here also, you can observe on the top of the stage, here is a green flag. which is used to run the code. And here is a red button. When this button is clicked, the running of code will be stopped. But for this also, it requires a code blocks to be added. I'm going to events. Events is a block of palette which is in yellow color. Using all the blocks of events, I can make start running of code. I'm just dragging and dropping the very first block when the green flag is clicked from events. And I will make my cat sprite to tell hello. For that, I'm going to looks. Looks is a block of palette which is in violet color. Using looks block, I can give looks effect to Mr. Tom, like changing costumes, switching of backdrops, changing of size, unsetting of size, changing the color. And even I can make Mr. Tom to say hello for certain time. For that, I'm going to take say hello block from palette. I'm adding below when the green flag is clicked. So now, whenever I'm going to click on a green flag, let's see. I will show you what happens. Yeah, the Tom is saying hello for 2 seconds. Even I can change this message to hi. So this is happening because I am following the order. Exactly after when the green flag is clicked, I'm adding say hi block for 2 seconds. It's an algorithm. I'm following the order. Say hi when the green flag is clicked. So now I'm going to add few more say blocks from looks. I'm going to write here, hi, I am Mr. Tom. I live in Scratch City. This is my farmhouse. Let's see what happens. Hi, I'm Mr. Tom. I live in Scratch City. This is my farmhouse. Yes, it is working in an order, in an algorithm which I have made. Now, I like to add some sound effect to Mr. Cat, Mr. Tom. For that, I'm going to sound blocks of palette which is in violet color. So using sound block, I can give sound effect to my sprite. That is Mr. Tom. I'm going to take play sound meow until done. I will show what happens by clicking on green flag. Hi, I'm Mr. Tom. I live in Scratch City. This is my farmhouse. Yeah, it is working. Isn't it interesting? Now, I will make Mr. Tom to walk. For that, I'm going to take when the space key is pressed from the events. So this block is relating to the key pressed from the keyboard of the computer. I can change this space key to the right arrow. Whenever the right arrow key is pressed from the keyboard, it performs the below blocks. So when the right key is pressed, my Tom has to go right side. I'm going to motion block. So motion is a block which is in blue color in the palette. Using motion block, I can give movement effect to the sprite. I'm taking here move 10 steps. So when I take this block, the sprite will move 10 steps. Yeah, it is moving on the stage. Now, I'm going to give looks effect that the Mr. Tom looks like he's walking. When he is walking, when the right arrow key is clicked. For that, I'm taking next costume. When I take this block from the looks, it will be switching between costume A, costume B, costume A, costume B, and it looks like Mr. Tom is walking. I will show you. So now, Mr. Tom went towards right side of the stage. To bring him back towards left side of the stage, I have to code for left arrow key now. For that, I'm just duplicating when the right arrow key pressed by clicking on the block. Here, I'm just changing right arrow key to left arrow key. Then, to bring Mr. Tom in opposite direction towards left side of the stage, for that, I'm going to give minus 10 steps in the move block. Now, can you see Mr. Tom is coming back? Now Mr. Tom can run. So now, when I click on Mr. Tom, the Tom will change the color. For that, I'm going to events I'm taking when the sprite is clicked. Here, Mr. Tom is a sprite. So that's why I have taken when the sprite is clicked. I'm going to change color effect by 25. Before that, I'll just make Mr. Tom to say, I can change my color. Can you see the Tom is changing his color? Now, I'm going to make Tom's farmhouse turn into colorful. For that, I'm going to click on stage. That is on the bottom of the stage section over here. So now, to make farmhouse into colorful, I have to code for the stage script area. Here, I'm going to events. When the Tom's farmhouse stage is clicked, it should turn into colorful. For that, I'm going to take when the stage is clicked from the events block of the palette. And again, I go back to looks. Here also, I can take change color effect by 25. Now, can you see the stage is turning into colorful? Isn't it interesting? Now, by clicking on Save Now, I will save the project. Now, I like to add different sound effect for the color changing of farmhouse. For that, I'm going to the sounds on the top of the palette. So here, I can choose different sound effects. Here are so many different categorized sound effects: animals, effects, loops, notes, percussion, space, sports, voice, and wacky. From here, I like to take drip drop. It's super cool. I'm going back to code and I'm going to play the sound drip drop. Now, I will show you how it works. Isn't it interesting? This is all about Mr. Tom's animation. He can say hi, I'm Mr. Tom. I live in Scratch City. This is my farmhouse. Hi, I'm Mr. Tom. I live in Scratch City. This is my farmhouse. And even Mr. Tom can walk. Mr. Tom can run. Mr. Tom can change his color. Now, I will tell about the takeaways from the journey. In this session, I have introduced coding and its uses at the very first stop, and then when I arrive at the second stop, I have introduced the algorithm concepts, and then when I arrive at the third stop, I introduced the Scratch tool. When I arrive at the fourth stop, that is the last stop of the journey, I have introduced the coding concepts about events and looks effect in Scratch.
Hello, I am back again. Thanks for watching Tinkerly TV. Subscribe us. Contact to below side for more details and queries. Hello, I am back again. Thanks for watching Tinkerly TV. Subscribe us. Contact to below side for more details and queries. Hello, I am back again. Thanks for watching Tinkerly TV. Subscribe us. Contact to below side for more details and queries.
So contact Tinkerly for queries. Mail us to contact@tinker.ly. Contact@tinker.ly. I'm Barbie. I'm signing off for the day. Thank you. Stay tuned for the Tinkerly's YouTube channel.